Welcome back to All Folks Racing PC. Welcome back to Campo Grande. We are on race 2 of round 5, so that's the middle of the championship, the spring 2022 season. We've had quite an exciting race in race 1, and the starting grid for race 2 is actually not that different from race 1. We are seeing very closely the yellow livery of Mark Elder, pole position man, followed by Darren Head, Mike Stevens, and Diogo Silva. This was actually the finishing order of race 1. We then have Kev Allen in 5th place. That's good news for him, as he didn't do very well in race 1. Then Roger Zeidel, Matt Coward, Jorge Luna, Rob Oldham, Simon Allen, David Good, a little bit behind what we would expect David to be, 11th, and Fred Tennant again alone in the 7th row. And we are going to watch this race. And the start again, we zoom in beautifully to Mark Elder, and this has been a very good start. But oh, and there's a crash there at the back. That's Simon Allen. We have a crash already, and that is Simon Allen. We are going to see from the onboard what on earth happened to Simon, as this was literally on the straight. So, oh, and he had a good start. He had a very good start, but he was in the sandwich of Rob Oldham and David Goods, and ooh, and that was Rob Oldham on the ahead of him, and oh, it was Rob Oldham and Luna, and Simon Allen straight into the wall. Let's see if we can get a good view from Fred Tennant on what happened, because I think Fred is going to provide us some insight on what on earth happened here. Yes, there you see, there is the situation with a good start from Simon Allen. He's in a sandwich between Rob and Luna, and off he goes. Mark Elder goes into the lead of the race, but that start was a little bit too good to be true. And oh, and who else has gone? Roger Zeidel has gone ahead of Kev Allen. That was a good start by Roger, and he's already under. Well, he's attacking Diogo Silva for 4th, but Mark Elder, that start just looked a little bit too good to be true. And when things look to be true, it's not magic. It's normally a jump start, so he's under investigation already. And let's see what the stewards are going to come up with. In the meantime, there is fierce battling in the midfield with Roger Zeidel under pressure from Kev Allen. Kev Allen is going to go for it, and doesn't really work, because the outside in that particular corner is a very tricky overtake spot indeed. Let's look at Mark Elder. He is on the onboard. Let's look at what he's going to do, because he may get the penalty. And yes, he is going into pit lane, and that's a disaster for the. He's not the championship leader, but he would like to be, and he now has a drive-through. Darren Head is the leader now, followed by Mike Stevens and Diogo Silva in 3rd. 4th is Roger Zeidel. 5th, Kev Allen. 6th, Matt Coward. 7th is Luna. Up to 8th is Fred Tennant. That was a good start, as he was the main beneficiary of that clash between Rob Oldham, David Good, and Simon Allen. And now the race is on, and this is the top 5 in your screen, make it the top 6. Darren Head has in that red spark livery Porsche has a good opportunity to get another win. Lap 2, we had, how many laps did we have? 15 laps in race 1, so we should have 15 laps in race 2 as well. Gap at the front between Mike Stevens and Darren Head is less than a second. Diogo Silva and Roger Zeidel is up to 4th. Well, he was in 4th already, sorry. Let's see. Oh, there's a big lunge here by, I believe, Kev Allen, and that's a bit forceful. They go side by side into the hairpin, and that is beautiful. But Roger does have the advantage at this point. End of lap 2, there's a big battle there for 4th place between Roger Zeidel and Simon. Someone has spun there. someone has spun, and that is Matt Coward, I believe. Matt Coward has spun on his own, or did he have any help? I don't think so. Well, not looking at pit lane would be useful. Let's actually look from behind Matt. Let's look at Luna. And I believe Matt did it his own way. Yes, there he is. Oh, and Luna had to make a quick decision there on which side he was gonna take. But let's go back to the battle for front place, because they're side by side into turn right, and here comes Cap Allen into the inside. And well, he was on the outside. I'm sorry, Roger was on the inside defending and manages to defend, keeping the fourth position for now. And where is Matt Coward? He's down into 10th. He was overtaken by everyone except by Mark Elder, who had, and Simon Allen has lost time. Of course, he lost time at the start. Mark Elder is 16 seconds from the lead. He's done his drive-through, but he's only got another 12 laps or so to go up the field. And the question is, where can he go? I am sure he's going to go forward, but can he challenge for the lead again? Maybe for a podium, as he is now behind Matt Coward, the man that was in 6th place but span in the last corner. He's going for it on the inside. That's a little bit too optimistic at this point, but maybe he's going to get him at the hairpin. No, he's not, because Matt is defending the inside line beautifully. Let's look at other battles on track. There's a reasonable big battle. Oh, there's a battle for the lead, actually. Let's look at that. Why not? Darren Head. Let's not look at the grandstands. Let's look at Darren Head. And right behind is, well, it was Mike Stevens, but he lost a few tenths there in the first corner. Third is Diogo Silva, already 3 seconds away from the lead. Fourth is Roger Zeidel. Fifth is Cap Allen, followed by Rob Oldham. And Mark Elder is up to 10th. We couldn't see how that happened, but we are going to try to get a replay of that. I believe it was in turn 1. Or was it? Yes, it was in turn 1. That was a late move, but fair, as Mark Elder goes into the top 10 in recovery mode. Let's go back to the lead of this race. That's Darren Head, leading since lap 1, because pole position man Mark Elder got. Oh, Darren Head is spinning. Darren Head is spinning. Is he going to spin? Yes. Oh, disaster! As he's multiple spins, and he's now. Oh, and then someone else has spun in sympathy. Someone else. It's Roger Zeidel has spun in sympathy. Let's look at this from Roger's perspective, because did he just see Darren spinning and just lost control of his own car? He is in 4th place, and maybe there's some oil in the track. Oh, look at this, Darren is spinning, and there goes Roger as well, and this looks a bit like synchronized swimming. And Darren Head has gone, he's back in 4th place. Let's see if these drivers are going to lose any more position. Yes, they are, because Rob Oldham is up into 5th place. Darren Head seems to be is going to keep 4th, because Rob Oldham does not have the opportunity at this point of getting that position. So, major change, new leader is Mike Stevens, and I cannot remember the last time that Mike was actually leading a lap, but he's about to do it now. As you can see, the camera there conveniently located behind the barriers, and Mike Stevens is going to lead the 4th lap of this race in that number 75, 2.5 seconds ahead of Diogo Silva. And we have a different leader for the 3rd time in this race. Let's go through the field and see where is everyone. Diogo Silva in 2nd place, 2.3 seconds. Kev Allen up into a podium position, and that's good news after a disappointing first race. Darren Head from the lead is now in 4th place, followed by Rob Oldham and a recovering Roger Zeidel that is very close to, and wow, it's so close that they are actually touching. And Roger, a bit of a late move there, but saw the opportunity and went for it. There you go, Roger Zeidel is up into 5th place, or is he? Because they are running side by side into the back stretch, and this is absolutely brilliant. Let's see who will be the last of the late breakers. It seems to me that, wow, Ron Oldham manages to defend brakes late, controls the car and keeps that 5th position. Roger, of course, oh, and look at this, Roger with another late lunge, and Rob does need to give him space to go, and now he is back. And that was a good, another opportunistic move, and Roger Seidel is up into 5th position, Rob Oldham into 6th. And Jorge Luna is in 7th place, and then is, well, take your pick because they're pretty much very close together. There is Luna, Fred Tennant. This is a big battle here. Fred Tennant in 8th place, 9th is David Good, and 10th is the recovering Mark Elder. And something has happened to Matt Coward. He's lost a lot of time. Let's see if we don't have to rewind too much to figure out what happened to him. Of course, such a great race in race 1. And it seems to me that he's now lost a lot of track position, as it were. Well, we have to go to the previous lap. Let's see if we well, but we are still very interested in seeing what happened, because we might fast forward this later. But Matt, a top 5 position in race 1, and then, well, it all went bonkers, didn't it, in race 2? Well, it has happened a while ago, so we're going to give up on this particular endeavor and rewind back to the race. He got overtaken by Mark Elder. Oh, and there's the spin. We missed that completely. He was overtaken by Mark Elder and then spun on his own, and then is now dead last. Simon Allen, he has been very strong in race 1, but after that incident in race 2 at the start, hasn't really recovered a lot of ground. And Mark Elder finally now is up into the top 10, and you can see David Good and Fred Tennant ahead of them, and he won those positions. He still got 10 laps to recover. So let's see what's going to happen as we go back into trackside for the race lead. Mike Stevens continues to lead this race continues to lead this race. And there's your top 3 with Diogo Silva and Kev Allen. Now another team is going to be how much can Darren Head recover. Oh, look at this. Well, this was a replay of Roger overtaking. Well, we've seen this, so we're going to go to other battles. And this one in particular, it's Fred Tennant and David Good. They are 8th and 9th. We are on lap 5 out of 15. And we've got a bit of a titanic battle here for 8th place. And that is only going to get Mark Elder to get even closer to this duo, as the leader is already in lap 6. But let's look at if something interesting is going to happen here, because I sense that Mark Elder is coming with a lot of pace. David Good, on the other hand, is a bit more cautious attacking Fred Tennant, although he's got an opportunity now in turn 1. Will he take it? David Good, is he going to dive into turn 1? The answer is no. And Mark Elder is definitely going to start attacking these 2 drivers. And let's look at Mark's onboard here. Now, there are several overtaking points here in this Campo Grande circuit. And one of them is coming, and David Good is actually the man that's going to go for it. Or, oh, look at this, Mark Elder is coming on the outside. Oh, he hits Fred Tennant, and that was a slightly ambitious move by Mark there, as he was trying to take advantage of the 2 drivers battling with one another, but that was a little bit forceful there from Mark. He did take the position. He's now behind David Good, but well, a slightly forceful move by Mark Elder in his recovery towards the, well, at least the top 10 position. Is now in 9th, and oh, David sliding a lot there in this last very twitchy section. Another lap is complete, lap 7 already for the leader, and now Mark Elder is coming up to David Good, yes, and has had a better exit, and now it's going to be job done in turn 1, hopefully this time with no contact, yes. Mark Elder is up into 8th place. Let's go back to the race lead and see what's happening with leader Mike Stevens. Has been leading this race since lap 4. Diogo Silva in 2nd place and Cavalli in 3rd, and the gaps are stable. And more important than that, Darren Head in 4th place hasn't really made a lot of ground. He's still in 4th. He's still 8.8 seconds from the leader. Roger Zeidel is actually under pressure now from Rob Oldham in 6th place. So there's a good battle there. And there's a second between the two drivers. We'll keep an eye on the... Oh, and Mark Elder is still in 8th. He's 3 seconds behind Jorge Luna. So the closest battle on the track right now is this one, where you've got Darren Head, Roger Zeidel, and Rob Oldham all 4th, 5th, and 6th as we are approaching the midpoint of this race. Another lap is complete by the leader now on lap 8. Gap at the front is 3.2 seconds. And then Kev Allen is only 1.5 seconds away from 2nd place. Darren Head is losing ground, 9 seconds now, 8.9. Well, basically a stable gap there, but this is the real battle here. Roger Zeidel and Rob Oldham. And look at that. That's, well, Roger is actually not that far from Darren. He's actually under a second away from Darren. Darren's struggling a little bit at this point of the race. Let's look at Mark Elder. Where is he? He's still, well, he's no longer 3 seconds away from Luna. He is, well, Luna has had a problem. Actually, Luna has had a problem. And we are going to try to find out what that problem was. Because Mark Elder is up to 7th. And also David Good. Oh, and that is Luna in the first corner on his own, losing, just braking a little bit too late. The car slides into the gravel, and then it is a real Campo Grande there. Big field of mud and dust and gravel. As we see Jorge Luna now dropping to 9th place. Now this puts Mark Elder, and that's crucial for the championship. Where is he going to finish relative to Darren Head? He's now in 7th, Darren in 4th. Let's look, gap at the front is stable. And this gap here for 4th place also seems, well, this is a great car and a great circuit, but it is generating a few drains sometimes. And this is one such drain with Darren Head leading Roger Zeidel, leading Rob Oldham. Let's look for battles here. And well, there aren't really any major battles at the moment. This is the closest, and there you can see that yellow Porsche at the back. It is Mark Elder in 7th place, and look at that. Oh, and something has happened to Mark. No, I'm sorry, that's well, something has happened to someone. Was it Fred Tennant? I cannot recall. Look at Mark Elder, 122.1. That is way faster than the drivers in front. And I think very soon these guys are all going to have a lot of yellow in their mirrors. Let's quickly go back through the field. This is the race leader Mike Stevens, and what a beautiful race he's driving. He's going for a victory. We cannot recall when was the last time that he won a race, which means it was a long time ago indeed. He's got 3 seconds, well, 2.6, 2.5 now. So Diogo Silva is mounting a little bit of a challenge there, but well, 6 laps to go. Can we have a battle for the lead? Doesn't look very likely. Third is Cavallen, and fourth is now Darren Head, followed by Roger Zeidel, and Rob Oldham has lost a bit of ground, and now he's in fact further away from Roger than Mark is from him, so he's starting to get worried about that yellow Porsche for sure. Mark Alder is still recovering and will recover maybe a few more positions, but he's 14 seconds behind the leader. He's gaining ground, but at a very slow pace. And of course, he's got to overtake cars in the meantime, so that's not easy to have the same pace as the leaders and still be overtaking other cars. David Good in, well, David has dropped from 9th place, and something happened here. Let's see if we can quickly find out what it was, because Luna was definitely behind him. Um, and ooh, and well, that was wow, that was an overtake on the track, and Luna doing a good job there. Bit of a dummy, and then on the inside in turn one, and job done. Jorge Luna runs wide but keeps the momentum on the outside. And look at that, the battle for the lead is now 2.1 seconds. David Good down to 9th. 10th is Simon Allen. 11th is Fred Tennant, and 12th is Matt Coward. Matt has been losing a lot of time. I wonder if he's still racing. So we are going to try to see. Yes, he is still racing. So he's still classified in 12th, but running, well, 30, 40 seconds from 11th. So he's running very slowly indeed. Mike Stevens is not running slowly. He's running as fast as he can because Diogo Silva is only 2.2 seconds behind. Another lap is in the books. This is lap 10 being completed. Lap 11 is starting. Cavallen has lost a little bit of ground. He's 2.7 seconds behind Diogo. And here comes Darren Head, followed by Roger Zeidel, followed by Rob Oldham. And here comes Mark Elden, now under second. It's lap 11 and Mark Elder is under a second from 6th place. That is the closest battle we can see here on the track. And Mark is starting to... Oh, look at this nice exit there from that long corner. And here comes Mark Elder on the inside and he's going to go for it. And Rob leaves him space. And oh, look at that, side by side at the exit. And I believe that is job done for Mark Elder because he's now on the inside for the next corner. Yes, he is. And that was a good move. Mark Elder up into 6th place. Darren Head in 4th still. Look at the gap at the front, only 1.5 seconds. And we will have 4 laps to go. Now, the gap is coming down as Diogo Silva is trying his best to go for the win in this race. 1.7 seconds now, it has been smaller the gap. And they definitely checked out, both these drivers checked out from Cavallen, who is in 3rd place, Darren Head in 4th. And where is Mark Elder? He's 3 seconds behind 3 seconds behind Roger. Rob Oldham is down into 7th, and then is Luna, followed by Simon Allen, has overtaken David Good. David Good has had a problem. David Good has got, well, he's in trouble, isn't he? Because he lost a lot of time. Let's see if we can quickly look at what happened here. It may be in the final section. Yes, it was, because I can see him in the grass. Ooh, that was on his own. He was under pressure from Simon Allen, but he just overdid it a little bit there. Now he's going to go into the barrier, almost going completely off the track, and loses the position to Simon and maybe to Fred Tennant as well. There is Fred. And can Fred Tennant go up into 10th place? I think he will go no. But it is a good battle here. Let's go trackside with these two drivers, as there is a battle for 10th spot. Now let's look at battles. Well, there is and Mark Elder is up into Mark Elder is up into 5th place. Something happened there with Roger. And Roger is, I can see Roger spinning. Let's look at the chase camera. Oh, he just turned a little bit too much there. Now he's in the middle of the track. Oh, and he does lose a lot of time. Hits the barrier, loses the position to Mark, also to Rob Oldham, and maybe losing more positions as well. And now we've got the two championship leaders are in 4th and 5th. It seems to me that Luna is not going to get to 7th place, but let's go trackside now with Darren Head, and behind him is Mark Elder. This is the battle for the points lead right here. Battle for 4th place in this race, but importantly there are points at stake here for the championship as we reach the midpoint of the spring 2022 season. Now how far is Mark? Is 5 seconds away from Darren and only 3 laps to go. Rest of the positions are more or less stable. Roger Seidel is 1.2 seconds ahead of Luna. But this is the championship leader right here. Lap 13, let's go back to the race leader. The gap is now 1.4 seconds, and Mike Stevens doing his best to keep this lead. Only a couple of laps to go, but now look at that. Diogo Silva has a good run there. He's a second behind just with a couple of laps to go. But Kev Allen is actually not that far behind. We do have a battle for the lead now. Look at this, under a second. And Diogo Silva is coming at Mike Stevens now. 2 laps to go, and the gap is 0.7 of a second. Mike Stevens has had a poor lap here, 123.8. Diogo Silva 122.8. The gap is under a second, just under a second. Look at this, Cavallan is and something has nothing has happened in the standings. We can continue watching the race for the lead. And pretty much everyone up into 8th place is currently quicker than Mike Stevens. Mike has had a poor lap, but can Diogo? Oh, there's a driver about to be lapped there. That's Matt Coward. That's going. Now he's recovered the pace, but he's 1 minute and 15 seconds from the lead now. Only one more lap after this one, and we do have a battle for the lead now in this. Well, almost the last lap. Or maybe it's 2 laps, I don't know. It's a 20-minute race. I don't think they're going to get to Matt Coward and lap him if there's only one more lap to go, I'm sorry. But Diogo Silva is trying to now. Look at this, 0.4 of a second. It is literally nothing there between these two drivers as they go. Now, can Diogo have a run in turn 1? He seems to me he's a little bit too far behind, and nothing is going to happen. But, well, different lines there through turn 1. Diogo Silva trying to maximize there the exit speed. And we are, I believe, on the last lap of this race. So this is the last lap. Battle for the win, 0.4 seconds. Now there's going to be an opportunity right here, right now, for the lead to change. Can Diogo Silva make a run now? Mike Stevens has had a very good exit that just shuts the door on Diogo Silva, and something has happened to Darren Head. Oh dear, Darren Head has disconnected on the last lap. Would you believe this? This is disastrous for the championship leader. Let's see what's happened here. Oh, he's completely stuck at the start of the last lap, and he's retiring. Mark Elder is up into fourth place. But where is the battle for the lead? Yes, there is the battle for the lead now. Just a few more corners to go, and this is first and second in this race. And realistically, Diogo is going to have a couple more options. One is here in this corner, but it seems to be he's too far behind. And now maybe just a late move into the hairpin. This is literally the last few corners, and he's going to go for it. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for the inside. Yes, he go. Oh, and they contact between the leaders, and oh, Max Stevens retains the lead, and Diogo has lost a bit of ground. So I think this is going to be it. Let's look at the onboard of this incident, because this was dramatic action in Old Fox Racing on the last lap. And let's see who was where on the track. Diogo was coming and he had a genuine run, but now, oh, and Mike, of course, just shut the door, and Diogo wasn't really alongside at that point. So this is going to be it. Mike Stevens is going to win the race. Mike Stevens is going to win the race. Race 2, round 5, and these are your top 3. Mike Stevens in first, Diogo Silva in second, and Kev Allen completes the podium. Mark Elder is going to be fourth. That was good recovery from that drive through. Fifth is going to be Rob Oldham. Sixth is going to be Roger Zeidel. Seventh is going to be Jorge Luna. Nice ending for Luna, almost getting to Roger. 8 is going to be Simon Allen. 10th is going. 9th is going to be David Goods. And this is the battle for 9th places. David Good is under pressure from Trent Tennant, but a little bit too late now, as David takes 9th place. 11th, 10th is Fred, and Matt Coward. The disappointing race 2 after the highlight of race 1. He ends up in 11th, but what a disaster for the championship leader, retiring from this race. Drama and action. We had a much better race 2 than race 1. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next round.